What's up, tennis fans? I'm Lauren Lynch, and this is Tennis Now, your source for the latest tennis news now. They met in the French Open first round last year. On Saturday, Samantha Stosur and Francesca Schiavone will face off in the French Open final following semifinal victories that were both bizarre and brief today. The 29-year-old Schiavone became the first Italian woman in the Open era to reach a Grand Slam singles final when a tearful Elena Dementieva retired from their semifinal after losing the first set 7-6. Dementieva said she was suffering from a torn left calf muscle that made walking difficult and decided to pull the plug without taking a timeout for treatment. WTA Tour trainers differed in calling the injury a strained calf muscle. "I have a tear in my calf, so it's very difficult to walk," Dementieva said. A stunned Schiavone kissed the court in celebration after shaking hands with the disappointed Dementieva, who broke down in tears after leaving the court. "This is fantastic," Schiavone said. "I still don't know what's going on, but I've made history for Italy and myself, and I'm going to enjoy the final." The 7th-seeded Stosur steamrolled an erratic Jelena Jankovic 6-1, 6-2, wrapping up a 60-minute win to become the first Australian woman to reach a Grand Slam singles final since Wendy Turnbull advanced to the 1980 Australian Open final. The final presents a contrast in the styles between Stosur's stringing serve and forceful forehand and Schiavone's assortment of spins. She has beaten Schiavone in both of their clay court meetings, including the last time they faced off on dirt in the opening round of the 2009 French Open. "I've had success against her. I'm hoping to look back on some of those notes and play a good match on Saturday," said Stosur, who's seeking to become the first Australian to win the French Open since Hall of Famer Margaret Court won the title in 1973. On to a more racy subject, some things are better left unsaid. It's a lesson Laura Robson may learn the hard way. The WTA Tour announced it will review the transcript of Laura Robson's interview with British Vogue magazine, which quoted Robson, who won the Wimbledon Tour title at 14, as calling some of her fellow players sluts. "Some of the tennis girls, they're sluts. They go with every guy and make such a bad name for themselves, and you don't want to be known for stuff like that." Vogue quotes Robson as saying, "The 16-year-old Brit said her comments were taken out of context, and the WTA Tour said it will review the transcript of Robson's interview before making any further comment." On to the men's side, they aren't exactly friends. The bad blood boiled between them in Wimbledon 3 years ago, and now Rafael Nadal and Rafa and Soderling are on a course for a climactic clash in the French Open final on Sunday. Four-time French Open champion Nadal will be an overwhelming favorite when he faces the surprising 29-year-old Jurgen Melzer in a battle of left-handers in the semifinals. If Nadal wins the title, he will regain the world #1 ranking. Soderling, the 2009 Open runner-up, will face a tougher task in the form of 15th-seeded Czech Tomas Berdych, who crushed the 7th-ranked Swede 6-2, 6-2 in their most recent meeting in Miami semifinals. Berdych won his only clay court meeting with Soderling in the 2007 Monte Carlo, but Soderling has lost just one French Open match in the last 2 years and is coming off an impressive win over Roger Federer. Soderling snapped Nadal's 31-match French Open winning streak in scoring a 4-set victory in the 4th round last year that will be remembered as one of the most monumental upsets in Grand Slam history. Showing he's no French Open fluke, Soderling overpowered world #1 Federer in the quarterfinals, snapping the defending champion's record of a 23 consecutive major semifinals. "I never think about revenge," Nadal said yesterday, though he may rethink that approach if Soderling is standing on the other side of the net. Even before Soderling upset Nadal last May, there was no love lost between the pair. During Nadal's 5-set win over Soderling in 2007 Wimbledon, Soderling, frustrated by what he believed was Nadal's deliberate stalling tactics between points, openly mocked the Spaniard by picking at the seat of his shorts, a move Nadal is known for. After the match, both men made disparaging remarks about each other. "He's very strange. I say hello 7 times to his face, and he never answers. I thought it was just me, but I asked around the locker room, and almost nobody has anything nice to say about him. If I fall down, he says nothing. He touches his ass, grabs his pants, makes fun of me. Very unprofessional," Nadal said at the time. Past animosity could create French fireworks should the pair square off on Sunday. Well, that wraps us up for today. I'm Lauren Lynch, and this is Tennis Now. See you next time.